All right, folks. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. You know how it goes. New year, new me. Got to get that body right. To be honest with you, this is me all year. I usually stay working out, usually try to stay in decent shape. But, you know, for the holiday season, most people slack off, as I do. So, top of the year, we get right back in. This is part of my adopted wellness program. I exercise the mind and the body. The mind by way of me continuing this process. I read a lot of books. I do things to stimulate my mind. I delve into things that are not familiar just to get some insight into some other stuff. I'm very interested in religiosity. I read those type of books, health books, those sorts of things, but whatever encompasses wellness, mind, body, and soul. Over here today, we're going to do a back exercises. I'm obviously not going to take you through the whole training process. I'm just giving you a few of the exercises. On this day, I did 4 sets of each exercises. Some 20 reps, some 15, some 10. That's what I try to do, and that's what I did today. So let's get into it. All right, welcome back, guys. This is actually the first video for 2023, so let me start off by saying Happy New Year. Hope the New Year has been nothing but a blessing to you guys, have been nothing but pleasant. Everything that you hope to receive in this year that you didn't receive last year is still on the way, so have faith and things soon will come. So in this episode, as reflected in the title, we're gonna get into the family collab that I mentioned on my last episode that was supposed to be next up for the project. Things didn't go as planned. We're gonna get into that and tell you where we go from here. As a matter of fact, I'm not quite comfortable right here. I'm gonna, I finished my sets. I'm gonna go take a shower, come back, light a hookah, and we'll talk about it. All right? All right, family, welcome back. As you last saw, I was doing some training. Went to clean myself up, wash my body, and we're back. I've got my hookah, my recovery shake, and we're gonna get into a conversation. So, what happened last night with the collab effort that I had in mind with the guys that I had in mind to do it with? Well, it didn't come out satisfactory. It didn't come out to my satisfaction at all. And part of the problem, let's take a step back. Why did I want to work with these guys? Okay, so this whole process, so far I've recorded 9 songs. 6 of them are already on the channel, available to be heard and downloaded. And the next one, number 7, was supposed to be this song we recorded last night. And I have 2 other ones that just didn't make the cut. It happens. So, why did I choose these guys to work with? Well, other than being family members, which I grew up with, these guys, these 2 guys that I worked with last night, had a group back in the days called CLK, which was pretty dope. They was doing dope music. Everything they ever put out, I really, really liked. So when I decided to work with them, what I told them specifically was, listen, I want you guys to put some CLK on my shit. So I want you guys to get the track, the beat, and come up with something as if you're writing it for yourself, CLK stuff. Now, granted, they haven't worked together for many years, but just like me, I'm guessing, everything is still there, just needs a little polishing. And this still might be true. So, in employing them or wanting to do a collab with them, my main focus was that I wanted their flavor on my shit. Because everything I've done thus far has been all me. Everything, every hook, every chorus, every ad-lib, every hum, everything, every single thing I've pinned down and put together by myself. And it's starting to have a certain familiar sound. So I wanted to break that up and have them do the bulk of this song that we're doing as a collaborative effort. So I didn't write the hook, left that to them. Never heard their verses until I got there last night. They never heard mine either. So we never even had a chance to get together and sort things out. For whatever reason, studio session was booked out of my hand. As you can see, as you will see, the studio that we went to is not a studio that I'm familiar with, but regardless of what, the guys that were there were very professional. Okay, I'm rambling on a little too much. Let's take a little break. I haven't even hit the hookah yet, and it's almost out. Yeah, lemony. It tastes like actually bubble gum. I wasted most of the charcoal talking, but getting back to it. So the guys I was with, the guys that were there at the studio, real professionals. So now, first thing that goes wrong, I wanted to get some footage of the recording process. I wanted to interview Jay Boogie, the producer of the track. He actually just released an EDM album and a house album, and he does reggae music. He has a library of music, and he's been doing it since back in the days. So as you can hear from the track that's playing in the background, this dude is dope. But he didn't want to give up an interview. He said I guess he didn't feel he was fresh enough to conduct an interview. All right, we let that pass. Cool. Now, I set up to get some footage in the recording room, and one of my partners, who I had planned on showcasing on one of these episodes because he has a business and a commercial that I was gonna link you guys to, but he also said he didn't want to be interviewed. He doesn't want to be on camera for any reason. What? I don't understand. So he says there's no footage of him anywhere, and he don't want footage of himself online for whatever reason. I took a smoke to that one. So, that's strike two for me as far as the footage I wanted to capture. I personally knew going in the booth laying my verse, which is all I came to do. Lay a verse. Let CLK carry the bulk of the work. Strike three. That didn't work out. So, like I said, we never went over the song. I never heard the chorus, never heard a bridge, intro, outro, nothing. I left it up to them because I had that much faith in them. These dudes were dope. I wanted that shit on my shit. So, Once we finally get going, I hear the proposed hook. Not feeling it at all. So what happens? I have to come up with an entire hook, which is the antithesis of what I wanted to do. I didn't want my flavor on here, I wanted theirs. So, to me, that part of it, because it's my hook that I came up with, just agitated me a bit. That's not what I wanted. Secondly, for whatever reason, we were in there for 5 hours, but the verses didn't come out dope. I don't know if the energy in the room shifted at some point, but all three of us shitted on the track. We didn't bless it. I mean, I don't know what happened. No one is to blame in particular. We all are. We didn't do our best. Some more than others, but damn, this is not what I had anticipated. So, as it is now, I have a rough draft of the song. It cannot go. But I hear the potential of the song, so I might revisit it. Most likely will revisit it and clean up the verses, properly lay down the hook, hopefully in the time that we have before we go back and give it another try, CLK comes up with a hook. In a perfect world, that's what would happen. So now, let me take you to the botched up footage that I got in the studio, and I'll be right back. So here we have Big Man, one half member of the group CLK. In the booth is his former partner, laying down tracks. I'm not gonna play the track because I really don't know the direction of this record. I don't know if I'm gonna eventually release it, but for now, we'll just keep it on the wraps. And of course, J Boogie didn't want to be on camera either, so I did what I had to do.
You're gonna record it 5 more times. Alright, we're gonna do your ad-libs.
At least. Get it right, get it right.
Alright, here we go from the top.
Yeah, Puffy be doing that. How Puffy records this shit. I'll make you record the same verse, the same song. Like
Dre does that.
20 times.
Yeah.
And then go
Give me
back
one
to the next
second.
one on every little piece to get the right.
Yeah.
Perfect shit. My boy used to worry with the Bad Boy when they started. He's like, yo, Puffy is so, I can't even say like strict when it comes to that. He said, you gotta record it at least 15, 20 times, like perfectly. And then we're gonna get the right takes from that and make that shit edited right. It makes sense.
As you can see, my routine remains the same. I go in with a cup of tea. You gotta understand, before you can actually keep a recorded verse, you have to repeat that verse at least 2 or 3 times to warm up your vocals. For me, drinking tea bypasses those practice runs and get me prepared to lay a verse a little quicker. So there you have it. Episode 19. Again, shout out to J Boogie, the producer, and Realize, the engineer. We actually did this song at headquarters New York, HQNY Studios. And you want to check those brothers out. Real professional. Great sound. That's it. Would have been... I wish I could have began 2023 with a little more of a positive situation, which this will turn out positive. It just wasn't last night. But we will fix this, and in an effort to just switch my sound, the next song I record is going to be totally offbeat from what you're used to from me. Alright, so whenever you get that, you'll get that. I'll probably go in next week to fix this as much as I could, as much as we could, and because the basis is there, but it just wasn't clean enough. We didn't do as good of a job as we could have. Even the producer said that. He said, you know, it sounds good, but you guys could do much better keeping it 100% real. He told me this personally, so don't think it's just me tripping. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for spending your time with me. Bless.